Welcome to my inn, the Carriage Rest Inn, a place where the bard has tales that spin. As our weary travelers struggle to find their role in this world divided with souls that are full. Trust, confusion, loyalty are a greater foe than any arrow sprung from above. Who is dark? Who is light? A constant battle over who is right. Listen as we begin here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Carriage Rest Tales. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Mike, and to my left we have...
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ryan. I am playing Nomus, maybe Vive, one of the two, I don't know. Last episode, Vimus was continuing to find himself, and I think Vive made an appearance and made some wrong decisions, which I think Nomus was unhappy about because it impacted his friends. So still doing the constant struggle of who is who here.
Who is right?
Who is right? I don't know.
Who is light? Who's
I don't know anymore.
It's a constant battle.
Hey everybody, this is Nick. I will be playing Vaso. In the last episode, Vaso was just determined to get on his mission to go find his dad. I think we're going to go meet up with one of Vive's old compatriots that will have access on the Dorma side. So yeah, that's been his main focus.
Hey guys, it's Sam. I'm playing Woods, the Elven Paladin Ranger, and Woods is struggling right now with her paladin status, I think, because her goddess Lucha wants her to do something and she doesn't 100% know if she wants to do it. So being the good little paladin she is, she's going to work towards it, but I think it'll be interesting to see what her decision is at the end.
I think we're also maybe trying to find Vaso's Dorma half now, too. That was another key thing.
Yeah, I think we kind of, the fact that the pirates or the Night Circle's looking for him and that he's causing trouble makes us feel a little bit like he'll be aligned with what we want to do. So really it's the Vaso story. We're finding his dad, finding his other half. We're just making a little army.
And his other half's name was Ozav the Skull Crusher.
Osav.
Just a mechanics question. Did we ever formally announce our level ups?
We did not.
Like, is that the first time you've announced that you're
A paladin.
Paladin?
It is. Yeah.
I think so.
Because I started doing some rogue stuff, which I'm assuming people would put
Pick
together.
up, yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
okay, I didn't know. I couldn't remember if we did that or not.
Yeah.
Are we just you and I multi-classed?
Yeah.
Are you stay the same?
I'm just staying the same, not
You're just
multi-class.
the quarter orc that you are?
Yep.
Perfect.
So everybody's level 10, I believe. Are we level 10?
I'm a 10.
Yeah, 7-3. Yep.
I'm a 6'4", Ranger Paladin, which will be fun. I've never multi-classed before.
Yep. And I range everywhere from challenge rating 0.8 to 16.
Oh, great.
Oh, that widens
It's
the
a big
window
range.
for you. Yeah.
All right. Before we get started, though, I need Vaso to roll a D100.
All right.
Are you going to roll that magical 100 like you did in last
I know,
episode?
right?
So
Awesome.
pretty.
We're all confused.
What are the
of
odds?
100.
1 in 100.
Boom, boom.
72.
72. Okay.
Nick is matching his dice again. He has got a nice red shirt on, and all of his dice are red. His rolling mat is red. He is harnessing his rage.
Thank you for commentating.
You're welcome. I love to just golf commentate every once in a while. Ryan is wearing a powder blue that really brings out the irises in his eyes.
All right. So,
Enough of that.
all right. Last episode, we finished on a boat. It was a pirate boat you guys were all standing on, and you just dispatched some Dorma pirates. And one of them had a scroll saying that they had orders to kill either Ozav the Skull Crusher or Vaso, whichever one they came across first. And that is where we last left. We are kind of in the ocean just north of Black Bay Harbor. You guys have a few different places you could possibly go, so I'm just going to let you guys decide.
First, I'm going to search the enemy ship, see what supplies they have. What do I find?
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
8.
You would find just some basic supplies, but it does seem strange to you that most of the supplies you see would have been for wilderness survival, not necessarily stuff you'd find on a boat.
Okay.
So there wasn't like tackle and fishing gear, nets and stuff like that, but it was like flint and camp, like tents and stuff like that.
Okay.
So maybe they were looking for your other half. Maybe he's not on the sea.
Yeah,
Right
maybe
now.
he's a land guy on Dorma's side. Yeah, I think we should blow up the enemy boat.
Oh, we don't want to use it? Wait.
Well, we have our own.
Yeah, but we can, if we fly under these flags, no one will stop us,
That's true. Okay.
right?
All right.
There's a night circle looking for the, wait, this is a night circle, right? Is the Order of Light looking for this boat?
I'm assuming they are.
Go ahead and roll a history check. This would be just 5.
Oh, 13.
You would have remembered from Vive's background that Damien was not telling the Order of Light about the Night Circle. The Night Circle is still a quote-unquote enemy of the Order of Light.
But Damien and the professor merged.
Correct.
So wouldn't they
Yeah, so
know about one another at this point?
well, Damien and the professor, so they've been merged for, I don't know, 12 years now. But he's been playing both sides. So he doesn't want them working together. He's still letting them stay as separate entities that are maybe even enemies, but he's running either in control of one or very high ranked in another.
Okay.
So he can kind of manipulate things a little bit easier.
So if we had this boat in Dorma, it would be helpful.
Especially if they see me as Vive, I think it would be. Because, I mean, the captain was hesitant to attack me at first when he thought I was 100% Vive.
Yep.
What do
Which
you
is the nicer ship? Can we assess which one's probably got more defense capabilities?
I would say probably
faster?
the pirate ship has a little bit better defensive strategies just because it wasn't originally a merchant ship. It's not fully stocked, just from what Vaso had figured out. It wasn't fully stocked for water travel. It still was a pirate ship. So it might have, let's say, one cannon and maybe like 2 or 3 rounds, but not like fully equipped.
It's not a battleship.
It's not a battleship.
So I think the pirate ship would be better suited
All right, should we take
strategically.
take the flags down?
Yeah. And then we'll move all of our supplies over to the pirate ship.
Okay, we're gonna get that set up, and then which way? So if we go south, I think we have to go back in west once we hit land, right? To get over to Camacho.
I'll pull a map up for you.
Believe so.
Yeah, we'll take the pirate ship, stay on the Ivana side, and if we see anybody approaching us, we'll just open a rift and go to the Dormer side.
Yeah, I'll just magically open a rift big enough for an entire ship to go through, and then you guys can just carry me the rest of the way.
All right.
All right. So
Does
Okay.
does the pirate ship have like a
Flash rounds.
yes.
flash rounds or
It would have
like a smaller boat that we
Like
can
a,
use?
like a buoy or what? No,
It would have both a little dinghy boat, and then as you guys were investigating it, you would notice it has one of those, it's not a phase round, but it's that little box that Davian was perfecting in order to make rifts bigger. And let's say that you have 2 charges to go, like to open 2 rifts worth the charges.
Okay, so we'll just use that.
All right, so you guys are right up here north of Black Bay Harbor. Black Bay Harbor is right down there. Here's the Charcoal Bay, and Camachi is somewhere right around here in the middle.
if we wanted to sail the other way around?
You want to come this way?
Yeah.
If you go across Charcoal Bay, you're going to get closer to Castrum, which
Okay.
is where your goddess wants you to go.
Okay.
Or you could go north and up around by like the Giant's Island, and then kind of like maybe come in this inlet. But basically, the problem you're facing right now is this huge mountain range that is part of Black Bay Harbor.
So, all right. So I picture the 3 of us literally like sitting at a table on this boat, away from every like eyesight, trying to figure out exactly where we want to go. I'm kind of voting up. I'm north, up towards the Giant Island, and then come down. That would
Yeah.
be my vote.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I think it's a safer route for us, but it's going to take us longer, and it's more of a shot that they have to finding Ozark, whatever. What was his name?
Ozaf.
What's the
Ozoff.
What? All
I'm
right.
going to write
well-
that down.
It's a Vaso backwards.
I'm surprised I didn't catch on to that.
Oh my gosh. Vimus,
Yes.
do you think we should cut through the mountain range and go on land?
It might be easier for us to navigate since none of us are really sailors.
And I'm also thinking I can create rifts very quickly if we're on foot to go between planes versus an entire ship.
I mean, it does have the 2 phase rounds on there.
It's a phase round, take energy.
Yeah, that's why you had the two rounds of that. So you'd be able to move the ship twice, once into Dorma, once back to Ivana.
But if the ship was stocked more for them eventually going on land,
Yeah.
then Ozoff might be
Yeah,
on land.
I agree. Which way?
So I'm thinking land.
Can I roll perception?
Sure. What are you trying to perceive?
I want to be in the in the office, or like the captain's office or whatever, and I want to look to see if I can find any maps or anything where I can discern either places they've been or places they're going to. So maybe a map with a big X on it, like they're not there, or like that's what I'd like to know.
You're going to be survival, not perception, since you are, investigation, since you know what you're kind of looking for.
12.
You see one X on the map, which is right around the same spot that your little cabin was that you were taking care of Vimus at.
Is it can I discern if it's a X marks the spot or if it's a not there?
You can discern it as X marks the spot, as then you start remembering when the pirate first entered the boat, he had looked in your direction and said he was right. She would lead us to him.
She was right.
He was right. She would lead us to him.
So I feel like they've been on our trail for a minute.
Yeah. So maybe we stick with your all's plan. We sink, like get this close to shore, take the smaller boat, sink this ship, because that's one less ship they have to use.
Okay.
One less asset.
All right, we're gonna go through. Then we're gonna go through the mountain range and check it on foot. Okay.
So I want to make an amendment to that plan. The sailboat will leave the sails up and just let it just float off. That way, if somebody sees it, they'll follow it, and then eventually it might crash into something, but it'll cover our tracks. Like they won't know, like, oh hey, we got off here.
Okay, yeah, because it's gonna take a minute for a ship to sink.
True.
Right?
Yeah. I think we can both gust the sails. And
Yeah, we'll just gust it for a while.
You guys set it a ghost ship and you go into land. You're going to need to climb the Fire Ring mountain range. I think that's what I called it. The line of fire.
What provisions were exactly on the ship? I'm assuming like ropes and...
Yes. So
Grappling
it had everything that you needed for survival in the wilderness. So it has tents, bedrolls, rope, grappling hooks. And it has quite a bit of, I don't know how canned goods work, but preserved foods.
Is there some Betsy's beef leather?
There's probably Betsy's beef leather in there. And you're putting together that, all the information, like while you guys are walking and talking, you put together that this pirate crew was sent to spy on Woods and Vimus while he was in recovery. And then they were just going to tail Woods until she led them to Vaso. It's kind of what you put together through all like the hints that I've been laying out. And you guys make it to shore. I think we need at least one random encounter roll though. So everybody roll a D4 to see who gets the highest.
3.
1.
3.
All right, roll off.
We got to roll off.
This is counter. I'm gonna reroll.
That's a 2.
What did I say?
3.
Nice.
All right, so Ryan.
Hey guys, it's Sam. We just want to thank you so much for spending the last couple of seasons with us. We understand that you can do absolutely anything with your time, and we appreciate so much that you actively choose to spend an hour or so with us a couple times a month. Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate it. We'd love you to check out our website at carriageresttales.com. If you haven't already, we'd love you to give us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. Better yet, text it to a friend. Share the love that you have for our podcast and the love that we have for you with those in your life. We'd really appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the story.
So you guys set up camp on the shoreline. You probably would go in a bit on the shoreline because you don't want to just be right next to the boat that you just casted away. So you make it through the wilderness about a day. Dusk comes around and you guys are setting up camp for the night. What are you guys doing for camp? Like, do you have rolls? What's going on?
I'm not cooking.
Well, I mean, there's provisions we got from the... Vimus is playing his little egg maraca.
Maracas? Still have the
Just
maracas.
trying to
Yeah, we really gotta
stay
get your
in.
thing.
Boss is gonna
Stay into
go.
Nomus. He's humming a little bit. He's not fully singing yet. He's just
Okay.
humming to himself.
Vasa's going to go and scout the area.
Okay. As you are scouting the area, go ahead and roll a survival check.
12.
So you're scouting out looking for anything suspicious, and with your totem of the wolf spirit, you're starting to sense that something isn't right. Something might need help. And you start seeing some like broken twigs, and you come across what would be like a game trail, but you kind of see some blood stains leading out away from your camp. At this point, you're probably 100 feet outside like the perimeter of the little camp you guys had set up. What do you want to do with that information?
So I'm going to pull out my sword, and I'm going to very stealthily follow the trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead
The blood.
and
The blood.
the
Trail.
blood trail. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
It's a no positive trail.
19.
19. Okay. So you go for, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 feet, and you start to hear quite a bit of thrashing and rustling. And out in the clearing, you see a small dragon that's about, let's say about the size of an elk, is currently fighting a dark creature. Like, it's a Danoa, so it's got that blacky mist body, and it looks kind of like a snake that doesn't have any skin. It's like a snake skeleton. It's trying to circulate. It's already bit it a couple of times, and they are in a battle, and it definitely looks like the dragon's losing said battle.
Okay. I'm going to run up and attack the Danoa.
So let's go ahead and do a quick initiative here. It's just Vasa right now, so I got a 9.
I got 14.
Okay, so you get the first shot in on this skeleton snake.
24.
Hits. Was not expecting him because his 19 stealth.
8 damage.
All right.
He's a very quiet
He's
barbarian.
a very quiet barbarian.
Somber.
And then I'm going to attack again.
Yep.
18.
That still hits.
5 damage.
All right. So you knock off a couple of the ribs off of this snake thing, and it hisses as it turns its back on the dragon, which starts to scurry away as soon as it, can. And it starts to be very cold around you as this snake opens its mouth, and you see like a bluish white energy starting to form, and then it casts a ray of frost at you. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
You take 9 cold damage. Vaso, you're up.
So Vasto, he gets kind of angry, so he's going to go into rage.
Okay.
And he's going to yell out like a really loud, hoping, my compatriots here.
Do you hear this?
You definitely hear this very large
Wood's
roar.
gonna grab her bow and head in that direction.
What's Vasa
What's
Vimus
Vimus
doing?
I think Nomis is kind of coming through because he's playing his music and hears his friend yelling. So he's just following Woods.
Okay, sounds good. You went into rage. You feel like you alerted your allies. You still have an action, though.
Okay. I am going to attack.
Seems reasonable.
13.
13 misses. So you hit the bone, but it just bounces right off. You still have one more attack, though, I believe, because you have multi-attack.
24.
That hits.
9 damage.
And that's going to bring me up to my enemy, and then I'll have you guys go after my enemy. So it'll probably be, let's say, 1 round. So we'll go back and forth one more time before you guys jump in. It's going to try to bite you. An 11.
That misses.
Okay, cast mirror image. So now you see that there are 4 little snakes slithering around, and you kind of lose track of which one was the original.
Okay.
Sounds like a song you'd sing as a little kid. 4 little snakes slithering around.
You can't find the original.
All right, Vasa, what do you got?
Okay. He's just going to pick one and try to attack it.
Sounds good. Swing away.
21.
Okay, you found the right snake. So you hit it.
11 damage.
All right. And then it kind of shudders as it gets hit, and all the snakes kind of like converge and then spread back out again. And you kind of lose track again of which one it is, but you can still attack again.
Okay. He's just going to pick another one at random.
Yep. Randomly swinging.
Yep. 17.
All right. So you swing, and it just goes right through one of the ghostly forms of one. But you see that there are now only 3 images of snakes.
Okay.
3 little dragons slithering around.
It's just going to try to bite you, but it's going to have advantage because you have like 3 different snakes all coming at you at the same time.
Yeah.
Non-natural 20 You take 6 piercing damage, but 15 poison damage.
Thanks.
So 18 damage total with your reduction.
3. You said how many piercing?
6 piercing, so you take 3. But then you don't get any reduction for the poison damage.
That's 15.
15, yep. And then I believe it's Vaso. Then I'll have you guys come in after Vaso.
Okay. He's just going to pick another one at random.
Sounds good.
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
No, you're good.
13.
It misses whatever you were trying to hit.
Okay. And then you can attack again. 27.
Okay, you hit the original.
9 damage.
Okay. And then we have our venturing party joins into this battle.
You go first.
Okay. Woods is gonna approach, and she's gonna. So she sees 3 snakes, 2 snakes, and
There's still 3. Oh, 2. 2 snakes. Yeah.
2 snakes and a dragon.
Well, the dragon is probably near the edge of the field at this point because it scurried away from the battle, like taking the opportunity to get away from its attacker.
Okay, great. So she just sees snakes.
Yep.
And we're in a forest.
You guys are just leaving a forest, entering a meadow. So you can stay in the forest if you want and shoot into the meadow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up on a tree,
Sounds
climb up a tree, and then I'm gonna shoot some arrows into this
one of
snake.
the snakes.
31.
Yep, he hit it. Ridiculous.
It's not
No, it's fun. It's fine.
It's so fun.
Remember to remove your +2
Was it forever?
until I tell you otherwise.
That's
Ooh,
Until
DM
29.
burn.
okay.
It's still 29, but you know.
29. 8 damage.
Are y'all rolling ones for damage again?
Yes.
I did that last
I'm
episode.
so annoyed.
Same thing. The
20.
snake kind of comes together and then splits out. So you lose track of what it is.
23.
Doesn't matter.
That's better. 15 damage.
All right. Breaking off a couple more ribs. We'll say there's only 1 snake now by the time that barrage happens. Vimus, you enter the fray.
I'm casting fairy fire on the.
Okay.
So I need a
Dexterity. saving
dexterity.
throw.
Yep.
19.
Dang. All right.
It's quite dexterous.
Yep.
All right. Doesn't know to flee. So it is going to.
Oh, can I use a bonus action to hide?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It is going to try to. It kind of rattles its tail, but in a very rhythmic way. And Vaso, you have. You probably do. Do you have more than 38 hit points right now?
I do not.
So Vaso falls asleep. And then the snake starts to slither away, like towards the dragon, we'll say.
Can I go again or?
Yeah, Vaso's turn. He's sleeping.
Okay, I'm gonna just
It's a
continue
sleepy
to.
boy.
I'm gonna yell back at Nomis, and I'm gonna specifically say, Nomis, a little help would be great.
I casted fairy fire.
20, 21,
It's
13,
okay.
25, and 13.
It tries to flee
14.
the rest of the way and ends up, you get 2 shots in it as it's fleeing and it poofs into a dark shard.
Okay.
So we're out of combat, but Vaso is still taking a nappy nap in the middle of this field.
I gonna jump down and cast. Mechanics question. Does lay on hands and cure wounds the same thing?
No, they're not. Lay on hands, you get, I think it's 25.
Oh yeah. No, I know
points.
that, but I mean, does it do the same thing?
Yeah, it just heals.
Heals.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I was going to cast Dispel Magic.
Oh. Okay.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
It was less than 3rd level. So
Okay, so you're awake.
So I feel like I'm down there literally about to lay on hands, and like you come in and do this, and I'm like, what was that? What was
It was
that?
a spell. I
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I just
You-
cast it.
Okay. And she's just like shocked because the last time you didn't have that.
I don't know if it's something I gained. I don't know. I just saw him sleeping and knew it was a spell. And
Okay.
Vaso, you're awake now, by the way, in case you wanted to be.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
what were you doing out here?
Yeah. Why was it just like a snake?
Yeah, I found a dragon.
Oh.
It was that to know it was attacking that dragon.
Well-
He was about to kill it, so
Is the dragon okay?
I don't know. He scurried off somewhere.
I'm gonna go look for the dragon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check. You can have advantage since it is the woods.
I have a question.
I believe that's your favorite terrain.
It is my favorite terrain. 16 and 7 is what? 25?
All right. Yep. You definitely pick up the trail because it's bleeding pretty profusely. And you see that it kind of curled up in a little, not a cave, but like a little rock that kind of had like a ledge. So it would kind of fit, trying to hide itself.
On a roll history, and I got a 1.
Okay.
But I wanted to know, like, what do we know about dragons? This is the first time we've had a dragon.
You guys have seen a Denoa dragon?
Oh, the black one.
The black one?
Well, that was Kincaid.
It was a black dragon, but Woods saw it.
Okay, Nomus knows nothing about dragons.
Nomus knows nothing about it, but Woods had saw it from you guys fought it in the Temple of Saline.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys knew that dragons existed already. They were more mythological.
Okay.
But now that you're seeing one in real life, you're like, okay, maybe all the stories weren't just myths. Maybe dragons do exist.
Would we know, and I can roll again if you want me to be afraid of it?
You were afraid of the big dragon that was attacking you before, but this is a smaller one, and it's not really showing any signs of aggression, especially since it's almost unconscious at this point.
Oh.
Vimus is going to start playing his maraca so he can stay Nomus.
Sounds good.
I think we should help it. I don't.
Yeah, I need some healing too.
Oh, okay. Woods is gonna walk up to the dragon and kind of like, you know what you do with a dog? You like put your hand out so it can like smell your hand.
Okay.
We're gonna kind of do that and like approach.
It smells your hand and doesn't act negatively.
Okay, if I wanted to give this dragon some healing, is it animal handling or just cure wounds? How do I do that?
Let's do an animal handling check first to see if you can get close to it.
6.
So when you start trying to cast your healing wounds, it starts to growl. Like it doesn't know what's going on with your spell. You know what I mean? Like it thinks you might try to be an attack.
I'm going to use speak with animals to talk to the dragon.
So
to let them know that we mean no harm.
Okay. So while Woods is doing what she's doing, you sit down, meditate, and cast your speak with animals. What are you trying to tell it?
We mean no harm. We just want to help you.
And it doesn't know what to say, but it's going to have it'll let its guard down a little bit more. So Woods can close in and actually touch the dragon.
I'm going to lay on hands.
How healthy are you going to get back to it?
Oh, let's start with 10.
Okay. 10, you start to see some of the bite marks close up, but it's still shaking a little bit.
I'm going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
You see the rest of the wounds clear up, but then you still see it kind of shaking.
I'm going to talk to him. Be like,
I don't
okay?
Feel right. Something about those bites just doesn't feel, something feels like it's flowing, like ice is flowing through my veins.
I think he was poisoned.
Do that thing. And she's going to look up at Nomus. Vimus, Nomus, do the thing that you did on the thing.
Let me make sure. I guess it'd be a magical, I don't know if it's a magical effect. I'll try it.
All right. You try to cast your Dispel Magic. It doesn't really do anything. This is just a condition that needs to be worked through.
How does Vaso feel?
You kind of have that same feeling from when that snake had bit you. You got that poison in you. Feels like a chunk of ice basically moving through your body.
Okay.
Not like a chunk, but like part of your blood's cold. You can feel it like coursing through.
Let's build a fire. And Woods is gonna just start walking around trying to pick up like kindling and like doing a bunch of stuff and like clear a thing and just like try to build a fire and to put both Nomus and the dragon next to maybe like warm them up.
Vaso and the dragon.
Vaso and the dragon. Yeah, Vaso and the dragon. Oh, what a cute child's book. Vaso and the dragon.
And Nomus is just going to sit there and still play.
Play the maracas.
But like as if I'm playing for him and the dragon to try to
Gotcha. You should probably have Song of Rest also.
I do. Okay. That's when you're using hit dice.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah. You're not necessarily using hit dice, yes. All right, so we'll say you guys take a short rest at this point. Yeah. So you probably would send either Woods or Nomus back to get your other supplies and bring it over here. Since you're not that far away, it wouldn't be that hard of a task. So you guys can use hit dice right now if you want to. And kind of the dragon's going to take a little snooze since it's
if you
finally gets a chance to relax.
If you use hit dice, you can roll another 1d8.
Ooh.
With me playing music.
So you guys are doing your short rests. You're eating, you're drinking, you're resting by the campfire. And all of a sudden you see the dragon kind of roll onto its front paws. And you see that it's looking out into like the brush. And then you see its little butt start to wiggle. And then you see it just jump forward like, I don't know, like 10 feet. And you hear like a, and then it comes out and it has a little rabbit in its mouth. And it's just, and then just kind of sits down next to the campfire with you guys and doesn't really seem scared of you anymore.
Perfect.
And you kind of see that it's moving around a bit more. Vaso, you realize that whatever the poison was that was going through your body has dissipated at this point, so you're starting to feel a little bit more rested, and it's just chilling out with you guys at your campsite.
I'm going to ask the dragon, what's your name?
Name? I've never gotten a name.
Is he like speaking common to us, or is this through the spell?
It's through the spell.
Okay.
So I always pictured
I didn't know if
either
this was just
mentally or I don't think you would speak Draconic. I always pictured like a mental telepathy type of communication.
Okay, so this is just going on between Vaso and the dragon. Okay.
I wasn't given a name.
Can I give you a name?
Sure. What are names?
It's what we call each other. My name is Vaso.
Okay. And then it tries to say Vaso and it just and you guys hear it say
Did you have anything in mind? What would you like me to call you?
I don't know. Do we need to decide that now?
You can think about it.
Okay.
I'm trying to give him a name, guys.
I was gonna say,
So
Woods is sitting there
So
like,
you're kind of like looking up in the sky, like
Woods like, so what are we gonna call this thing?
I don't know. He or she doesn't know what a
don't-
name is.
They don't know.
while you're talking, it does a little, whew, and a little fire breath comes out, and it hits a bat that was flying around, and then it goes over and like picks up the bat and starts eating it.
Woods is obsessed. What like they've been together for like 2 hours and it's already snacked twice. Like I'm on board with this guy. Okay, I'm gonna try. Can I try to sit next to it
Sure.
and like pet it?
So you're gonna move over and sit next to it.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? Like, what does your equipment look like when you're in your short rest?
I mean, when we're short resting, I'm definitely in my like same palazzo pants, and like the vest that I'm wearing. I don't have my big cloak on. I probably don't have my armor. Like I don't have my weapons on me.
Okay. Yeah, it's sit next to you then.
Yeah, I think.
Or you could move up towards it.
Yeah, I'd like to come sit next to it
Okay.
and like try to pet it.
It will allow you to pet it. It's partly because the last time you touched it, it felt better. You know what I mean? Because you did the lay on hands on it.
Yeah. So and I just want to sit and like. I mean, it's big, right? Like the size of an elk.
Yeah, about the size of an elk.
Yeah, I definitely want to sit next to it and like just pet it and like, what are we gonna call you? And like I can't hear the conversation you're having with it in its mind, so I'm just like petting it. Like, what do we call you?
Nomus, what are you doing during this?
I'm still just playing.
Playing your maracas? All right.
I think I'm just trying to stay in my Nomus character.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna talk to the dragon and I'll be like, okay, the person that's petting you right now, name's Woods.
Wood.
Yeah, she's very annoying. So if she ever annoys you, just ignore her.
Okay.
I feel like what's his like sees you giggle.
Then this guy over here is Nomus. He's pretty cool. He plays lots of music. You hear that noise? That's
Yeah.
That's music.
It's like I like music.
Yeah. It keeps him calm.
Okay. It starts to purr, but you guys start to notice that it's like, and it's trying to copy the same, but with its like little internal purr growls that it does.
I think I would slow the rhythm down so the dragon can keep up.
Keep up. It would slow down. And then it gets distracted because it sees that with the glistening, like the fire that's kind of crackling because it's now nighttime, something shiny caught its eyes and it's Woods' gear. And it goes over. You have like a dagger, right?
Yeah.
It goes over and like picks up a dagger with its mouth and like sits down, like wagging its tail, like it's really, really happy.
Okay. Give me. And she's gonna like stand in front of it, like, give me give me the sharp dagger. We don't play with that.
Vaso's just laughing.
Okay, so Woods is gonna go try to find a stick.
While Woods is out trying to find a stick, you guys see that I don't know how to describe this, but it says a couple of words. It says a couple of like grunts, and it sounds very specific. And like a little tiny portal opens up kind of in the air next to it, and it turns and drops the dagger into the portal. and then it closes, and then it kind of sits back on its haunches, and then you start seeing it going through Woods' things that were kind of left where they were.
Okay, all right. Can you give that dagger back? My compatriot needs it.
Shiny.
We need
It's my shiny.
we need it to defend us and you, like from that dark creature that almost killed you.
Well, it's not here anymore.
Well, can you go get it?
Well, we'll have to travel for that.
Where did you send the dagger?
That's a secret.
To what?
It's a secret. It's MySpace.
Well, that wasn't very nice for you to take our
But
stuff.
shiny.
No one uses MySpace anymore. It's all Facebook or Insta. We got a 2003 dragon.
Its hair falls over its eyes.
Emo style.
Emo style. Its claws are black. All right, can I come back? And I have a stick in my hand. Okay. Dragon, here. Where's my dagger?
Yeah, he sent it to a secret place.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I'm trying to figure it
No,
out.
like, where's my dagger?
It opened a portal and
What?
dropped it through.
I'm gonna
It's wagging its tail.
take my stick and kind of poke him playfully. Like, where's my dagger? Ask him where my dagger is.
Okay, how far would we have to travel to go get it?
It's in the mountains.
Okay, it's in the mountains.
Yes.
How long would it take us to get there?
It jumps and flaps its wings, and you see it's having a little bit of trouble flying, but it does eventually fly up and does a quick circle and then comes back down. I think maybe tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go get it tomorrow.
What are we getting?
We're gonna go get the sword.
Oh yeah, sword. And it starts shaking.
What are you saying to this?
Oh, he's saying we can go get it tomorrow. Then I asked him. Then he asked me go get what?
Oh no.
Okay.
Ask him how old he is.
How old?
Are they? What is this? And she wants to lift up a leg.
You don't see anything. You could have been a notice when it was flying around.
Okay, tomorrow we're gonna go get the things that you took from us.
Okay, what do I get?
It was just the one dagger, right?
Yes, it's just the one dagger.
I mean, it's fine. I don't want to waste any more time. Are you coming with us? And she's gonna ask the dragon. You want to hang with us? Ask him. They.
Would you like to hang with us? We're going on an adventure. We could
Ooh,
use.
I like adventure. They're shinies on adventure.
Okay, but you can't take any of our stuff. Otherwise, we can't protect you.
So you'll protect me if I don't take your stuff,
Yes.
but I can take other stuff?
Not her stuff. No, none of our stuff.
Okay, but other people's stuff.
Only if you get permission from me.
Lots of rules. Okay,
It's called manners.
manners. Okay, got it.
And yeah, okay. So ask me before you take something.
Okay, that's just shiny stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, all stuff.
Toddler.
All right, so the rest of the evening is going to be going you trying to explain the concept of possessions to this
Yep.
dragon. Because the dragon, you get the sense that everything is its possession.
Mine.
It just hasn't been found yet.
Maybe the dragon's name should be Klepto.
I think Cleo Klepto. Yeah.
All right, so the next morning you guys wake up. I assume you're sleeping in shifts. Nothing's going to happen. And your dragon is going to lead you to go return the dagger. And it starts flying pretty quickly towards the mountains.
Hey. Okay, can we get on this dragon? Is it big enough for us?
No, it's not big enough to carry anybody. It was
Okay.
having trouble flying just itself.
Okay. So we're going to go. You think there's other stuff there?
Maybe. I mean, he says he takes, or she, whatever, says she takes shiny stuff. So
Okay.
Are we going to spend a day to go get your dagger back?
I mean, I think we could use a break, right? Right? Do we?
let's do it.
Is it
Didn't
the
we
same?
think time was the essence, though? Because
It is
There-
moving towards the mountains, though. Which
The way
you
we
guys-
need to
I
go.
feel like
that's the
the
way we are
going.
going.
That was my
Yeah,
next
okay.
question.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the way we're going, yeah.
I mean, I
Okay.
feel like having the favor of a dragon could be beneficial. We really got to name
But
this
also, if
thing.
the pirates catch his other half and kill him, then he's no more. That was my thought.
Always bringing down the party.
With the realism.
Fine. I'm just going to go back to playing my maraca then. You all lead the way.
well, the dragon's leading the way. We just follow the dragon.
Okay,
The
I'm following you
dragons-
then.
Dragon stops every once in a while, sometimes in a meadow, sometimes up like on a tree, and it just like bending over and just waits for you guys to catch up. And then it will fly to the next step. And this kind of goes on for a little bit of a time. Maybe occasionally we'll dive down and like grab like a mouse or a hare, like a fox, just eating snacks along the way. And eventually it gets to the base of the mountain and it climbs up. Let's say it's perched up about 100 feet up off a cliff. So it takes you guys a little bit of time to get up to where this dragon is at. But there's a large cave system, and it's very excitedly starting to walk into the cave.
I'm going to pull my bow. It's okay.
Gives you a look with its eyebrows that I can't quite do on the podcast.
Yes. Well, you killed
Dragon eyebrows.
it. You're killing it in person.
Dead on. Dead on.
You're really...
And then it says, okay. And then it moves back.
All right, we're going to go into this cave.
Let's do it.
You see that it starts to do a breath attack, but then just like holds it as little like flames kind of go out its side of its mouth as it illuminates the cave and it starts walking forward.
Oh, well, already impactful. My own little candelabra.
Wick.
It is going to walk
John.
in this cave for probably, let's say, an hour and a half to 2 hours. Are you guys going to stop and say anything or do anything, or are you just going to keep following it kind of silently?
Woods is vested. She's following it. And she can even turn around and be like, you guys don't have to go, but I want to see what's
I'll go.
going on.
Go.
I'm just playing Mamaraka, following you all.
Okay. So about 2 hours later, it crests into a fairly large cavern. And right in the middle of the cavern, in a very small pile, is a bunch of golden coins, some shiny armor. There's a dagger that looks familiar. There's also a very special looking flute that's sitting down there. And you just see a bunch of shiny objects, and it goes and curls and sits on top of it, all happy.
Oh, okay. Good dragon. And
Do you see your dagger?
I do. I'm going to go pick up my dagger.
Hey. Remember we talked about this. We're going to return her dagger to her. That's her dagger.
Thank you.
It kind of like picks it up with one paw and like throws it like 25 feet away.
I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to say, thank you, dragon.
I'm going to take a couple coins, shiny things that I have on me. I guess it'd be coins.
Okay.
But offer it to him and point at the flute. Like start to take the flute. Like I'm trying to trade.
Yep.
And then
love
I'll say, would you like to trade?
Tell him I'll play him a song with it.
And it shakes its head very excited, like,
Okay. So as soon as I get the flute, I start playing it.
okay, sounds good. It takes the coins and adds it to its stack and kind of curls up and like sits like a cat all curled on top of its hoard.
What else is around?
Not really things of wealth. There's a small dragon. Its hoard is very small at this point, and you sense that it hasn't traveled that far just from, there's not that much coins. It's mostly like adventuring gear that was probably left behind. It's not the most impressive hoard,
Okay.
but it is a hoard.
Can I do a perception or investigation?
You can.
I would like to do an investigation. 11. And I'm just looking because this is home, right? So, or their home. So I'm trying to see if they have like any personal things. I don't know if dragons wear clothes or like a collar or any kind of like anything that could have a line of like some sort of background to this dragon.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any apparel or a bedroll or anything like that. Dragons don't care about those things. But when you are kind of searching and looking around, you do see... I'm trying to think of what the equivalent of dog tags would be.
Like tokens or charm.
Yeah, something like a adventurer's
Medallion
or something. And on the back of it, it has a single name which just says Soph on the back of it.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to walk over to them and say, Soph? Are you Soph?
She's asking, are you Soph?
What's Soph?
Is that your name?
I don't
See,
have a
that-
name.
Okay, so on that it says Soph.
That's a shiny. It's my shiny.
I'm gonna tie it around his neck or their neck. And I'm
Oh.
gonna say, Soph.
I have shinies always now.
And I'm gonna tell Tell them their name is Soph.
We're going to call you So. That's your name now.
Okay. So, Soph.
Yeah. So anytime they say So, they're talking to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to rub their nose.
It likes that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to and reach into my bag of holding and get some like Betsy's beef leather and give them a stick.
It'll take that. I think it would like the Betsy's beef leather.
Something has to.
Something has to like. As you're feeding it the Betsy's beef leather, you see it start going. It gets very dry, and then it shakes its butt a little bit and jumps off. And there's a chest that's kind of off in the corner, and it kind of opens the chest up. And inside of it, there's just crafts of beers, like what are those poor things called?
Growlers.
Growlers, a bunch of growlers, and you see it pull a growler out and it just knocks it on the ground and starts licking it up.
Oh, okay, Soph. My kind of dragon.
After you start seeing that, you start looking around and you see that there is a lot of stuff here that you would recognize as goods that typically come from the town Tenonis, which is the town of the centaurs, which you know is on the other side of the line of fire.
As this story pulls on your soul, in the end, we hope it is full.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to listen to our podcast. It really means a lot to us. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review. It's really going to help us grow our listenership and be able to reach more people. I also want to give a special thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music for today's episode.